Alrighty, welcome to my flipped classroom back to school night. My name is Mr. Rath, and this is my Government Economics and AP Government Economics class. That was my dog Ali. First, I'm going to start off by introducing myself. I've been here teaching for 10 years. I am currently getting my master's in educational technology through Sac State, and I'm very excited about that. Very excited about how it's changed my philosophy and my ideas on teaching. I love what I do. I love teaching government and economics, especially during an election year. And I've had the privilege of being in this district for 8 years as a teacher. We're going to talk about my syllabus here in a second. Then I'm going to go over with you guys the course outline and assessment, how your child will be graded, and internet blackboard and contact information. And then I'm also going to discuss the flipped classroom, which is right here. So first, this is my syllabus. You will have a copy of this. If you don't, you're more than welcome to take a look at it. It talks about the textbook, student responsibilities. There's the assessment part that we'll be discussing later, and then here is the grading. And again, that coincides with the grading. If the assessment part, if I have to cut it out, you can just take a look about how your child's going to be graded, what they're going to be based upon. 30% tests, 20% quizzes, 15% classroom, 15% projects, 10% homework, and 5% notes, and 5% class participation. Realize that these percentages can change. They are not exact numbers. And then again, here is just a continuation. Here is my grading scale: 90 to 100% A, 80 to 89 B, 70 to 79 C, 60 to 69 D, and below that is an F. And then here again is some of the things that I talk to the children about, my students about putting names on things and information like that. Next, I want to talk about this notion of the flipped classroom. I know that there's been some concern out there about the idea of the flipped classroom and my ability to post videos and getting that out there and having the students having access to that. I also share those concerns. Unfortunately, at the classroom I'm in right now, the technology is not up to par with what I'm doing. So I got to wait till I get home in order to, one, have access to Wi-Fi, and two, have the ability to talk into my computer and have the program to do the screen recording, which I'm currently doing right now. And so the flipped classroom, though, I read a book this summer. I was very excited about. I started this process last year within my educational program, which I told you already I'm getting my master's in. I started doing this with my economics class. I had great success with it. The students seemed to enjoy it. The test scores started to rise because kids had access to my videos throughout the whole year. If they ever needed help with something, student was absent, they needed help with it, they had it. So anyway, what is it? The students watch video lectures as homework. They take notes on it. Sometimes there might be a quiz on it. We haven't done that yet, but sometimes there could be a quiz on that. Take notes on it. They come to class with questions. They ask me those questions so I can clarify the notes. And also I have questions on the board or on PowerPoint that we go over the things with together. Why do this? Is it gives students control of their learning experience. My seniors are, and your senior are getting ready to embark upon whether that's college, whether that's learning a trade, but they need to take responsibility for how they're going to learn. And having the video, they can take responsibility for their learning. They can watch it when it's posted. They can pause it. They can take notes on it. They can watch it as many times as they want to. But the biggest reason that I like to do this, because once we are in class, we're able to analyze, synthesize, write, and think critically. I love the fact that we can analyze, write, and think critically, and even obviously synthesize. But with the responses that I'm able to get, the fact that I'm able to walk around to the students more, not stand in front of the classroom, I'm not the focus of the classroom. I shouldn't be. Nothing's perfect right now. We're working through this together. But the student is the focus of the classroom. Their learning is the focus of the classroom. And that's what the flipped classroom is all about. The students are able to look at information. We're able to think about things, think critically, and go through Bloom's taxonomy of higher learning. Start to ask questions of why. Why is this? What brought us to this? And not just answer questions like it was on a multiple choice test and just have to regurgitate. But you're going to understand this process. You're going to learn the material. because we're looking at things with a different lens, and the student is taking that responsibility. I'm very pleased and very excited about what has been done in the class in such a short period of time. I got this from the book. It's called The Flipped Classroom, and I thought this was fantastic. I wanted to share this with you guys. The point of school is to learn. This statement made by a student of ours gets to the heart of a flipped mastery, and I firmly believe that. For everything I just said, the point and the purpose of school is to learn. Give students the tools to learn how to learn, and then hopefully they'll become excited about it and therefore become lifelong learners. And that's the whole goal here. And so here's an example of a video that they have to watch.
Period 2 and period 3.
And so
all right, we left off on Friday on the areas of disagreement which they had to compromise. And we first started talking about the election of the president. We went over these different things.
It's about 10-15 minutes. The videos aren't more than 15 minutes long. And with this, the students, again, they own it, they control it, and they have it. So these are all posted on my YouTube channel. It's called Big Boy Wrath, as silly as that sounds. But you know what? The students don't forget it. And the students have it, and they have access to it. Here's some of the results, and the results are still in progress. The results, you know, again, can be seen through last semester's common assessment and those different things. But just, I wanted to share with you some of the results I had last year from students. And this is one of my favorites from a young lady named Danielle, but she didn't write that on here. She said, this really helped me for the test. She was having problems understanding the elasticity of demand, and she missed a couple of days. She was able to go back and do this. And she was able to be successful and be very successful in economics. Another gentleman, and I put this in here, his name is Devin Davis. This was an email I received. And in this email, he was gone for a portion of time because he's an Olympic athlete. And he's training to go to the Olympics, the Winter Olympics in skiing. And so he had to go do some events. And he sent me this email. And he knew that I could watch the lectures online and not fall behind. And he told me that that really helped him out. And having that ability, when a student is absent, go watch the lecture. You're not going to miss it. You can have it. You just come back. You got to do any paperwork. So these are all reasons why to do the flipped classroom. Now let's take a look at the pacing of the class. This is for my AP class. We go Constitutional Underpinnings first couple weeks. We're ready to finish that up. Then we got Political Beliefs and Behavior, Unit 2, Political Parties, Interest Groups, and Mass Media. And then we go to Institutions. We break this up because it's such a, again, Unit 4 here is such a big part, and it's such a big part of the AP exam that we have to really divulge into this because it's, you know, again, the Congress presidency and bureaucracy. Units 13 and 14, Public Policy, Units 15, 16, Civil Rights and Civil Liberties, and then we go Economics in 2 weeks for the AP kids. This will be my fourth period class. For my CP kids, for second and third period, we have right now, Introduction, Purpose of Government, Democracy. We've done that, Theories of Government, U.S. Constitution. We're in that right now, and we're also in week 3, Constitution, Bill of Rights, Federalism. We're doing that. They're watching a video on it tonight. Then we got Political Culture, Election Campaigns, Media, Presidency, Congress, Checks and Balances, Civil Rights, and then that'll be the end of that. Then we go from there, we go to Econ, and then Economics is a different language, and the kids will do fantastic. They always do. And I know they will, especially since a lot of those videos are already posted, so that won't be a problem this time. It'll be just easy access for them. And this is those 9 weeks. The last week, we really tried to study on international economics. Again, these are just, the first part is micro, the last part is macroeconomics. Then we go from there. The questions that you might have is, what will my child know and be able to do by the end of the term? In government economics, we're going to do everything we can to open up and deepen the students' thinking, sharpen their writing, test-taking skills, and reading skills. It is my goal that students be able to comprehend, understand, and learn from today's complex issues throughout the world and how they relate to government economics. How do you do this in an hour and 20 minutes? That is embracing the technology, embracing the Web 2.0 tools, embracing the idea, and embracing the flipped classroom. With using the flipped classroom model, we can do this, and we are doing this, and we will do this. Another question, what will happen if my student struggles to learn the material? The fantastic thing is they have my lectures. They can watch it over and over and over again. I'm available now that I'm not coaching, but I still have things after school with my master's in regards to that. But I'm available after school. I'm available during second lunch, and they always can email me, and I can post the answers via YouTube, and that helps my students out. But I will be there to help them to be successful. On Blackboard, you can post work on the site. The students are expected to download and bring the work to class. Also homework video clips, which is on my YouTube site, Big Boy Wrath. And there's my contact information. I urge the students, not the parent, because the students need to take charge again of their learning. The students need to be more responsible. They're going to college in less than a year. To email me, to contact me, and I get back to them usually within 24 hours. It depends upon if it's a Friday night, Saturday, or Sunday. If I'm out of town, I got something else going on. But I usually try to make it a point to get back to them, let them know that I'm there, that I do care. It just, again, depends upon the time the email comes. Here's some Web 2.0 tools that I'll be letting the students use and we'll use in the classroom, and this list is continuously growing. We're going to be doing the concept map, that CMAP tools. That's a fantastic free tool. I try to give them all free tools. I don't want them paying for anything. Again, here's some more tools if you want to pause the lecture and look at them. Again, we're just continuing on here. Dropbox is something your student want to become familiar with when they go to college. That's what all colleges use when they're sharing documents. It's a great tool. And then again, some more tools and resources for the students to use. I also have here cut off a couple of the articles, and I apologize. Some of the articles and some things on what it is to be what it is to be a blended classroom, a flipped classroom. These are just some articles that support it. They just show that the success rate throughout the world is fantastic, and that's what I'm moving toward. Again, here's some of it from the research that I've had to do. I hope you enjoyed yourself. It was a great 12 minutes for me to do this. If you have any questions, again, feel free to email me. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night, wonderful day, and we have a wonderful semester and a wonderful year together. Remember, attitude and effort, that's what I tell my students. In government and economics is very, very exciting.